missed being with you. We missed being with you last week, and we wouldn't let this week go by without spending time with you. So thank you for being here. Sananda here, and as always, Sharon kind of wonders if we're going to have anything to say. And since she wants to stay out of the mix, we just simply say, yes, we do, step aside. And there's a lot going on here, a lot going on, we know, in your world. And what can we, those who aren't in physical bodies, but experiencing in other vibrational worlds that are part of that earth experience, but unseen to most eyes, what do we see that you don't see? For example, our timeline is very different than your timeline too. You know, as we step out of the limit that physical is, the limit of time, space, situation, old patterns, we do see differently, but we don't not see, not remember, A, what the earth experience feels like, and B, what the purpose for earth experience is. So we want just to have you take a breath and breathe that energy of all that is right here to you in this moment. And be with us present in this moment. We, like I think all of you, would like to be able to take a breath, say a word, snap a finger, and have that divine family agenda manifesting everywhere on this planet Earth like that. Now, if you are in worlds maybe 3, 4, and 5, this long length of time that may feel long length of time on Earth might in those worlds feel like a snap of the finger. It's drawn out down here. It's a heavier frequency, a slower frequency. And often you may feel like you're in a crisis day after day after day after week after month after year. What will get you through? Having a sense that you're not just here for this time to get through this time. You are here on Earth mission. And part of that Earth mission includes being in the heavy frequencies of domination, of distress, of disease, of war. Why? So that you, in this physical body with the authority restored to you in a female bodysuit, can say to that manifesting, growing plant, let's say of violence, stop. Stop growing. Stop. You no need to grow any farther. Stop. Can we stop the law of manifestation? Stop. Stop growing. Why? Because we now see the plant. We see it. That's the only purpose for manifesting unseen energy, is to see it, sense it, feel it, taste it. So stop. No more growth. It's enough. We got the message. But that's not the end of the story, is it? Because how many others out there in your world have been saying, like, there's reptilians on the planet, there's domination on the planet, there's greed on the planet, there's corruption in your government. People have seen it. The other part of it that you're aware of is the answer lies off planet. Is it important to march? Yes. Is it important to monitor who you elect? Yes. All that's important, but the change will never happen by changing the physical components around. Don't discredit those who are really wanting to be in that part, in that role. But what is different is you understand authority, especially of the female body, to say, I see it, and call to those of us in the unseen to bring us in, to give us permission to identify and remove it. Now, if it were as simple as one form or one word, or, that would be great. But the forms have taken various structural and hidden constrictions. So don't be discouraged if you have called in, for example, the PTO Deep Six, very powerful group that infuses everything and everyone in the removal program. But there might be a unique thing happening that has slipped under that designation. When the law says ask and you will receive, sometimes we have to ask, what word or thought or idea ought I use in this situation? You look out right now, what is hugely up in your awareness and media is Ukraine. What is going on there? The influence of Russia, and who knows, you don't know the complete network, of course. But here you have an example of a man, the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, who is saying what you as women are saying. I'm taking a stand for the values of my country. That we have voice, that we have charge over our space and our world in our country. And it doesn't matter how many times the aggressor comes at us to say, no, you don't, we will never give up. We will continue to say, this is our country. This is our country. This is our country. And these are the values, and these are the values. So having that kind of stand within you, that presence of, I am a presence of what? You've made those kind of statements. I am a presence of love. I am a presence of adventure. I am a presence of security and curiosity. And I'm a presence of respect. The values of the divine families are multiple, all aspects of good. And you are a stand for that. And anything contrary to that will not knock you over and rush you away. Now, there might be times you get tired, but that's the time we're in. That's the time we're in. And if it feels like what you're doing isn't enough, just realize, stop. You're not alone. What can we see and share with you that might give you a different view, make a contact to a different network, expansive network? What can we bring to you to help you in that stand? This is, being together is really critical for the consistent tenacity that you need. Taking time to step into the quiet, put your doing on hold, like the law of reciprocity says, here's what I'm called to do. Do it well, absolutely. And then breathe when you get a sense of, okay, I can turn this over to those teams in spirit. Breathe and be still and open the gate to unformed energy coming from your divine family, coming from those same teams who know more, and just open yourself to let that energy flow and be part of your energy world. Take time for that. Tesla wants to say something. I want to say, you're not pillars, you're towers. You're towers in my network. I need you anchored into Mother Earth. What can you do? What do you need to do to anchor into Mother Earth so that you're part of this network, broadcasting, sometimes doing, but always receiving. Remember that too. Raphael is here to remind you that the Galactic Council Collective can be called in also. We exist way beyond all of the 8 worlds and the worlds that have been created from homes. We encompass so much. We've not participated in the Earth experience directly until just recently. Once the galactic world's environment was at a space where there was a harmony and growth together and holding the line together, we could say no agenda of domination, which is greed, violence, and war, can exist way out there. That's the same decree that we want to bring in here to add a depth and a power and expansion to the work you've been doing with the PTOs, with the Deep Six. Now we have ideas, we have a lot of ideas, of course, but we need you here on the ground, just like Tesla needs you on the ground to help his ideas work. We need you on the ground to start, oh, wow, maybe there's galactic council help that I can begin to tune into. And we can begin working with you in ways that is new. The value of sitting in this half hour of your time. Our hope is not that you just hear what we are saying. Our hope is that, an intention actually, is that you can feel our love and appreciation and gratitude for you. That we can restore and rejuvenate in this half hour an awareness of you're not alone at all. This is not hopeless at all. And let yourself feel that in your sensory systems. And then to encourage you to do it beyond this particular moment in meeting. There are those out there, multiples out there, more out there who are caught in grief, caught in despair, caught in hopelessness. How can you and we and us reach out to begin to impact beyond this wonderful circle of friends? We have seen just in the last few weeks how a feeling of despair, non-hope, turned around to become one of excitement, learning, joy of the day. And the situation did not change. It wasn't the situation that changed at all. It was the awareness of a bigger picture, bigger support, specific applications of what to do and how to do it, watching how it changed the view of life in that moment. And we need to start thinking that direction too. Coming back to me, Sananda, we have been, I want you to know, we have been very, 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 very active in the energy field around the huge conflict in Ukraine and Russia. The directives that you have given us permission to act on, included in what many, many, many around the world have awoken to, has brought together collectives specifically around that situation, but not isolated to that situation and broader, surrogate and beyond. And the deeper you give us permission to go, the more directives that you hear from us. This is what we need. You might hear the thought, this is what they need. And then, okay, you put it into form with word or thought or prayer. You got that, team? We will have it and run with it. There definitely are changes happening energetically, and that's where it has to begin. It has to begin. And if the outpicturing, which is very, very ugly, the manifestations is very ugly. But if we were to stop the manifestations, that doesn't eliminate the seeds and the roots, and they'll pop up again. So some people say you need the bad to experience the good, and no, you need to know good, hold good, and speak good, and call for good, until whatever is contrary to that is gone. And as you do it, what about unifying with one another? What about including others? What about creating this culture that is reflective of a divine family's agenda, all aspects of good? What about weaving that kind of community, that kind of collective, as you do this work? And that's then what can emerge. So there's a weaving going on, a possibility of even greater, more conscious, intentional weaving that will foundation what grows. So stopping the horrifying things isn't really the answer here. Is that what we want stopped? Yes, of course. But this is where we're working under claiming new, weaving the new, being the new, until the horrifying things are gone. Don't forget to bless those who are passing out of their body. Bless them with all the tag work, with the 11th hour work. Place them in the hands of their causal team. Everyone is playing a role here. And some have chosen to be in the role of direct manifesting of the evil. And some have chosen to be observing vicariously the evil. The ones who have greater time, vitality to have the outsider energy removed are those like you, vicarious experiencing it. If you vicariously experience it and it wipes you out, you're not doing your job. You're here to see and eliminate that which is evil or contrary to good. You are here to see it and eliminate it and rewrite the story, that new weaving. This is the time to bring in the UFOs. What about that? What role can they play? And what are the qualities of those UFO communities? What are they? These are the times to wake up the societies off planet who have been only keeping us in survival by saying, just love each other, just love each other, just love each other. That's survival. What would happen if those groups woke up to the fact that Earth's mission is active and love each other and identify contrary to good, contrary to love, with these specific commands, with these specific teams? You know, there's a waking up needed within what people call the personal growth, metaphysical, whatever communities, because they do not have the component to do the Earth mission, the authority voice, especially of women, but more and more of men, because we are getting rid of the ownership, that to say, not only am I going to seed love, I am going to call the energy of contrary, evil, greed, war, and say, not on my planet. Back to your homes. So as always, it's really great to be with you. We value what it is you are holding, as Tesla said, as a tower. And you will know how to play the music of your tower by being connected to the roots within the earth, within the directives of those off planets. And weave here on this planet communities too. The teams that you work with off planet are multiple. And they're woven together into a collective. They aren't this. We are a collective working together. That needs to begin to happen on the planet. An integrated group of individuals, of communities, of protocols. So is this difficult times? On one hand, it is. Is it exciting times, creative times, genius times? It is. We need more like you who understand the bigger picture and what's going on, and how to especially give us permission to more quickly, effectively, efficiently root out the outsiders. You'll know your place. You'll know what to play, when to rest, but never go into a place where you allow yourself to feel isolated and alone. That isn't a place we recommend. Know that you are never alone. You are not a I. You are a we, an us, an isness. Next Sunday, I understand by your calendar, is Easter Sunday. We will be here. We will be here. And we love you. We love you so much. Call to us. We can only answer when you call to us. We can be close, but we can get closer when you call to us. Many blessings.